All right, good Monday morning, everybody. Emerson Lehman, Tammy Elliott here at the First Alert Digital News Desk, and we're coming to you with some breaking news this morning out of Kewaunee County. We're going to take you right out there right now as we have a live look. This is at a rescue effort taking place along the Kewaunee River there, just west of the city of Kewaunee. The sheriff's office in Kewaunee County confirming to us that they are currently searching for a missing fisherman who did not return home last night, and his brother called for a welfare check, and county officials, rescue officials, are currently on the scene searching for that missing angler right now, Tammy.
Yeah, kind of setting the scene for you. The area you're looking at right there in Kewaunee County is west of the city. This is on County Highway E, and you're seeing those fire trucks, and we were just told that the emergency command center just pulled in there. The highway department is out there. They're blocking off that area. You can see firefighters out there, and you're looking at that water. So that's the Kewaunee River right there, and you can see the patchy spots. And so this is what we know is that a caller called in saying that his brother had gone fishing, didn't return last night. They located his vehicle and the fishing equipment near the Kewaunee River this morning. So this was about 5:30 this morning that they've been out there. They have the Kewaunee County Sheriff's Department, the Kewaunee Fire Department, Luxembourg Fire Department, Door County Dive Team, and the DNR. They are all actively out there right now. Again, we were just getting notified about this within the last, I would say, just within the last few minutes about all of this happening there. And we got our news crew out there. They've been out there. And then again, you're looking live at what is happening right now.
Yeah, developing story this morning. Of course, those different fire departments, they have their different ice rescue boats. They're utilizing drones as well, trying to have a good view of the scene and what is all taking place right now. Again, not much more that we can confirm at this time other than there is a missing fisherman out there that crews are currently searching for right now. Again, as Tammy mentioned, his fishing equipment was found near the river, but the brother did not return home. So crews out there searching right now. We will continue to first alert you to any new developments. They are asking folks to avoid County Highway E there west of Kewaunee so that those crews can all do the work that they need to do without traffic impacting them right now. So we will continue to follow this story closely. Emily Roberts will be live out there bringing you updates on Action 2 News mid-morning coming up at 9 o'clock, so just under a half hour away, and we will bring you the latest at that time. And this is a good time as well to remind people about the importance of ice safety during this time of the year. Aisha Morales coincidentally had this as a story at the First Alert Safety Desk this morning, and just mentioning the difference, especially with the temperatures changing so much right now. And we'll talk with Steve about that in a moment. But 2 inches or less, stay off of it. 4 inches supporting ice fishing and walking. 5 supporting small groups, perhaps out ice skating, and then it keeps going up towards snowmobiles and ATVs, and then vehicles and trucks, of course. But always an important reminder, no ice is ever safe ice. Definitely important to follow along with local ice fishing clubs. They're the ones that go out and check the ice pretty regularly, making sure that different areas on bodies of water are marked and whatnot. But again, some really just important, could be life-saving reminders right here as folks prepare to go out onto the ice to enjoy their outdoor winter activities, especially with the deep freeze that we are anticipating later this week. And as we talk about that, we're going to bring in Chief Meteorologist Steve Balon, who is here to kind of update us on everything going on right now. Steve, we had some colder temperatures last week. A lot of bodies of water had frozen over at least a little bit, but then a really mild weekend, and then you can have lots of open water in certain areas and really not safe ice out there, right?
Yeah, though a lot of the ice has not had a chance to really thicken up. It's all very thin, and it's usually occurring initially in very shallow bodies of water, like in inland lakes. You're probably noticing a little bit of some ice in the Fox River, the Manitowoc River. The deeper bodies of water have really yet to be able to produce some ice. But the bottom line is that the ice is definitely not thick enough for people to be walking out on it. So I would definitely hold off. And I know people get itchy and they want to get out on the ice, but it's bottom line is it's just too soon. Let me give you a case in point here. This is a live view. We'll switch over here and show the weather graphics Let's see here. Live view. Whoops, I'm sorry. There we go. Emerson and I think hit the button at the same time. Live view in Shawano. I mean, it's 40 degrees outside. I mean, that is very mild for December 9th. And we do have cloudy skies. Now, while I'm showing you that shot in Shawano, and you can see the overcast conditions, look just to the south in Appleton. It's clear. The clouds are gone. Temperature's about the same, though, 39 degrees. So there's First Alert Viper Max, and the back edge of this cloud cover is approaching Shawano, approaching Green Bay. So Fox Cities and west, skies have cleared out, but Lakeside and in the North Woods, we still have a lot of clouds. And it's in the North Woods, we have a little bit of some lingering fog. Visibility is around about 1.5 miles in Iron Mountain. And that's also where temperatures are a little colder, closer to the freezing mark. So it wouldn't be surprising if up towards Highway 8 and some of those lesser traveled roads, there's a little bit of some slickness on untreated streets, sidewalks, parking lots. Not a widespread problem, but an issue here and there, but not everywhere. Otherwise, clouds giving way to some sunshine, especially for the midday and the afternoon, as for folks a little farther north. A mild December day, another day which is not conducive for building ice. We'll have a high of 46, brisk west winds will keep our wind chills a little bit colder, mainly in the 30s. So there's First Alert Pinpoint Predictor with the high temperatures today. About 45 in the Fox Cities, 48 for a high temperature in Sheboygan, a colder 38 in Antigo, but that's still well above average for this time of year. There's Pinpoint Predictor's wind chill chart. Our feel like temperatures will be in the 30s today. West, southwest winds around 10 to 15 miles an hour. So Predictor seems to have a pretty good handle on that cloud trend. Watch how that clearing tries to inch its way north and east. Full sunshine in around Manitowoc, 1 o'clock this afternoon, but along the north of Highway 64, the clouds may prove to be a bit more stubborn. And then another wave of cloud cover comes in this evening with maybe a few flurries, but no accumulating snow tonight. Our next weather maker, and I've been talking about this over the past couple days, and our weather team has been first alerting you that we've got some harsh, dare I say, dangerous wind chills heading our way Wednesday night into Thursday, cold enough where it can cause frostbite on exposed skin. So Wednesday night into Thursday, it's a first alert weather day. That's when our severe weather outlook goes into the moderate category. So the door to the Arctic is going to be opened up as the low pressure system you see there in Ontario buckles the jet stream. That trough of low pressure digs in the United States, allowing that chilly air to flow into the Great Lakes. And as that blustery west to northwest wind blows that past your body, which is setting off body heat, a little bubble that kind of hugs your skin, that gets blown away, you perceive it to be colder than what the thermometer is telling you. So the low temperatures early Thursday morning will be close to zero, but the wind chills, especially away from the bay, will be about 15 to 25 degrees below zero. That's, again, cold enough where you can get frostbite on exposed skin in about 20 or 30 minutes. And so we want families to plan ahead, especially when you're thinking about getting kids off to school Thursday morning or getting yourself off to work, or if you had any plans to run any errands. So there's your First Alert Super 7-day forecast. Today is the mildest day of the work week, 46. Then we head down, 33 with some flurries on Tuesday, 25 on Wednesday. Some light snow. This is on the leading edge of this Arctic air mass. We could pick up 1 inch, maybe 2 inches, according to Pinpoint Predictor. That snow should be winding down as we go into Wednesday evening. And I think that's, possibly going to be a little bit of a slippery situation for folks who are going over to the basketball game over at the Resch Center. We've got the UWGB men taking on UW Milwaukee Panthers. Wednesday evening, walking into the Resch, could have some slippery sidewalks and streets, 20 degrees, wind chill around 5, and those wind chills will probably fall back into negative territory as the kids and you are coming out of the Resch and heading home. One other little nugget of knowledge for you. This weekend, I know this is one of Chris Roth's favorite events. We got the Santa Cycle in Green Bay. He always participates in this every year. At first blush, it looks like we'll have a chance of a rain-snow mix Saturday at 10 o'clock. Temperatures will be near the freezing mark. I can't remember if it was last year or the year before they had some wet weather for that event, and hopefully it won't ruin any of the fun. But that's kind of how it looks right now, guys, that we're going to have some wet weather leading into the Arctic air and coming out of the Arctic air between now and next weekend.
And Wednesday, Steve, I should bring up, we also have our last call for our Toys for Tots. We're collecting new unwrapped toys right here with the Salvation Army. And so we're collecting this week. And Wednesday's the last call when the Marines are here. You said there will be some snow, so the Marines will be showing up in the morning, 6. I think they're here until 8 at night. They do the curbside service, so really nice for all those folks who've shopped for the Toys for Tots program who will be dropping off the toys.
If people want to beat the snow and deliver those, gifts to the TV station ahead of time, you can come by today, you can come by tomorrow. Now on Wednesday's last call, you're right, Tammy, we're probably going to have a little bit of snow, maybe an inch or so. But regardless of the weather, those folks in the Marine Corps, they are going up and down the stairs of the TV station with the bags and the boxes, and they are such wonderful human beings and really giving souls for this wonderful cause to help needy kids in our community to get a merrier Christmas. But yes, you're right. If you are coming by curbside in the car to drop off the gifts, there is going to be some snow. So take that into consideration when planning out your gift giving for those who could really use a brighter holiday.
All right, Steve, thanks so much. We'll let you go get ready for your show coming up at 9 o'clock. Hope folks will tune in for that. And we still have more to talk about, Tammy, because you have a consumer first alert that we were chatting about. And let's discuss, it's gift card scams, right? That's it's that time of the year where you're dealing with all kinds of different scams. Folks are out shopping looking for gifts, and this is one of the most popular gifts, right?
So I talked with the Wisconsin Department of Consumer Protection and also AARP about holiday scams, and they really want to highlight this because if you're looking at that top line, what it says right there. So the Federal Trade Commission says consumers lost $3 million just in the first half of this year to a specific gift card fraud. It's called gift card draining. And this is where criminals are actually stealing the information off gift cards, and they're obtaining those numbers that are covered up before you buy them. And the minute that gift card is activated, then they are draining the funds. They are going to use them. So just got some new information this morning from the Wisconsin Better Business Bureau. So I want to share this because a lot of people wonder, how does this work? So they put out a couple of things. Scammers are tampering with the gift cards in stores using handheld scanners, they say, to capture card information. And then once the card's activated, they either clone it and create counterfeit gift cards, or they use the information to shop online, divert the funds to their own cards, kind of leaving the person really unsuspecting. They don't know that they don't have funds on there until the person who's receiving the gift card actually, activates it or goes to spend it. Someone shared their experience on BBB Scam Tracker. They said a friend got a gift card. The paper packaging had not been visibly tampered with. The clerk scanned the barcode that's visible through the paper packaging, applied the funds, but when my friend went to use the card, they saw the sticker had been carefully inserted through the window to cover up the barcode. The card itself had no funds on it. So what do you have to do? All of these consumer experts are saying you have to inspect the packaging, no matter where the gift cards are displayed in the store. And I know that's a little disconcerting because they're saying, wait, aren't these gift cards something safe to buy? But this is happening. They've been known to remove these gift cards from display racks. They record the numbers, activation pins. So you really have to check this out. A couple of things. Consider purchasing your gift card online directly from the store website, the real store that you're going to. Be careful for social media ads promoting gift cards or really deep discounts. And a big tip, always get a receipt, save the receipt, because that will prove that you purchased that and you have the funds in your account. So, and definitely you want to also, they say use it as quickly as you can. So, and maybe you also have a store app. You're giving the gift card for Christmas, and whoever's receiving it has the app on their phone. You can load your gift card onto your account, onto your app, whatever the store account is. They say just make sure that you have a safe password, a strong password, it's updated. But also, if you're having an issue, if you notice that there aren't any funds there, there's a phone number on the back of the card. You want to call that right away or let the store know. And so that's what they're just saying. The best course of action is when you actually purchase it from the store that you know, the gift card is for, that sometimes you have a little better course of action on getting some help on that. And then just really, really be careful about this. You know, treat it like cash, you know, protect the numbers on the card. And again, just really check that out when you're picking up the gift card. Check it out if you can. If they offer gift cards that are behind the counter, consumer experts say those are, you know, obviously the safest, but just really try to be smart about this. And again, it's just one of those things that happen. And again, I have to say, don't pay with a gift card. That's one of those things we always say when we're just talking about scams in general. If someone's asking you to pay with a gift card, that's a scam.
That is a scam.
Yeah.
Always important.
You're right. And I was going to say, I have the stories at under Consumer First Alerts. You can look at that, and just a lot of updates on different holiday scams that are happening. We just don't want you to lose money this holiday. So.
All right. Well, we are now going to take you to the Waushara County Courthouse, where Stephen Avery is the appeal process is continuing there. That case was moved from Manitowoc County Court because the judge recused himself to Waushara County for the time being. We have a crew in the scene there, are in the courthouse right now, so we are going to take you live there. Have a great Monday, everybody.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
All right, the court calls Manitowoc County Case 05 CF 381, State versus Stephen Avery. Appearances are all telephonic for a status conference. Attorney Zollner on behalf of the defendant, Attorneys Fallon and Comfort on behalf of the state of Wisconsin, Attorney Fallon, a special prosecutor appointed by the Manitowoc County District Attorney's Office, Attorney Comfort, an Assistant Attorney General with the Wisconsin Department of Justice. I also would understand that the Clerk of Court's office from Manitowoc County is on the phone. The court is sitting in Waushara County, its home county. I had convened this hearing for the purpose of determining the status of the case. The court thought it advisable to determine what, if anything, was pending and what needed judicial attention at this point. As I have gone through the record, it would appear to me that we do not have anything currently pending before the circuit court, but rather are awaiting two different decisions from the Court of Appeals with regard to determinations that were initially made by Judge Sakevich through a memorandum decision in order that had been entered roughly a year and a half ago, and then that we may be also awaiting determination from District 2 regarding an ancillary but somewhat related appeal. So from your perspective, where are we procedurally, Attorney Zollner?
As Your Honor is stating, there's nothing currently pending before the circuit court. We're awaiting the decision by the appellate court, and then we will make a determination what our next steps will be. So there isn't anything pending now.
Attorney Fallon, your thoughts?
Agreed. There is nothing pending in the trial court. I'm only aware of one appellate matter, but perhaps Counsel Comfort can address that particular point. But yes, nothing in the trial court, nothing that requires the court's immediate attention.
Attorney Comfort?
I understand that there's only one appellate matter pending as well. I don't know if Attorney Zollner has filed something else with the Court of Appeals in the meantime. If so, I have not gotten any notice of that. The main appeal was submitted to the court back in October, so roughly with how the court has been putting out opinions recently, I would expect something probably no earlier than April. But of course, they don't have a timeline, so I can keep everybody updated on when I will get notice that the opinion is forthcoming.
All right, I appreciate the clarification. I just wanted to make certain that there was nothing immediately pending or that needed trial court attention, and it appears that my conclusion was accurate in that regard. Am I correct that the matter pending at the Court of Appeals involves what for all intents and purposes is the denial of the motion for post-conviction relief premised upon any evidence that had been introduced through an evidentiary or affidavit submission? Is that a correct paraphrase of what is pending at the Court of Appeals, Attorney Zollner?
Yes, Your Honor, there's only one appeal pending. We have not filed anything else, and that's a correct summation of the issue before the appellate court. awaiting a decision on.
Now, a second issue that I had wanted to address, I guess, is more in the form of an inquiry. I'm new to the case, obviously. I need to get up to speed. I don't know where matters stand as far as what is coming in the future, but it would appear to me that it is likely that in the aftermath of whatever determinations are made by District 2, that there may be additional submissions. Does someone have a consolidated record and hard copy, in particular a trial transcript, that I could have access to potentially? It's somewhat of a request so that I can get up to speed and be ready to go whenever additional post-conviction activities take place here at the trial court level.
Your Honor, on behalf of Mr. Avery, we can certainly provide the court with those various documents. Those are in our possession, so we can do that.
Does anyone have any difficulty with me getting access to that information so that I have a consolidated body of information from which to get totally up to speed on this? Is that acceptable?
Well, Judge, the state certainly has no objection to the court acquiring information. I'm just trying to figure out the best way for you to do that. It seems to me that everything that is of interest or necessity for the court to know would be in the post-conviction filings in the last probably 3 years. It seems to me you would, when the record is returned to you, you would have access to that from the Court of Appeals. Now, in the immediacy, in the short run, I'm not sure what the best way to do that. It is a rather voluminous record. There's a trial record, but there are no real transcripts per se, if I'm remembering correctly, of the post-conviction proceedings, but there are numerous filings which are, I think, readily available on the District 2 Court of Appeals website. Is that right, Attorney Comfort, or am I?
Yes, everything that has been filed in the Court of Appeals is available through the Court of Appeals website, but I had a suggestion as to this. Attorney Comfort, or Attorney Zeller, and I both have access to the Court of Appeals index to the record. If the court would find that helpful, perhaps one of us could provide that to the court, and you can look, because it is an extremely large record. Maybe then the court could identify some things that it might find useful, and either the state or Attorney Zeller can provide those in the meantime. That's just a suggestion to kind of winnow out some of the, I mean, there are over 10,000 or over 1,000 documents in this record, so doing some winnowing might behoove the court to take the best advantage of the time that it has.
I just want to get up to speed and to be positioned with a solid foundation as additional post-conviction events may or may not take place. And I guess I defer to counsel on the best way for me to do that. I'm not quite sure what to do, and it sounds like Attorney Fallon and Attorney Comfort, you are suggesting that I perhaps focus my attention on all of the post-conviction activity in the last 3 years, the briefing and the attached exhibits, and then also that there be an index of what it is currently at District 2 provided, which may give me some access to what I'm going to need. Is that a correct paraphrase of what you are suggesting?
Yes, Your Honor. I think I think the brief should give an overview of what happened at the trial court, in both initially and in the post-conviction proceedings, and those are all readily available through the court's website. But then the index would give you a list of everything that's in the record right now, and if you wanted any additional materials, both Attorney Zellner and I have access to those and could provide them.
Any further thoughts, Attorney Zellner?
No, I think that's an excellent idea, what they're proposing. It's the most efficient and direct way to get the information. And if you have the index and you want additional information, then as he was saying, we can provide that to the court.
All right, I will take that strategic approach then, and will appreciate someone providing me with that index, and then I will focus my attention on all of the post-conviction activity that has taken place in the last 3 years, and would await any post-conviction submissions that are currently, at this point, not pending, and respond accordingly once the issue is framed for consideration. That's what I would do. I don't see any reason at this point to schedule anything further, because nothing is pending as we await word from District 2. Attorney Comfer, I think you had indicated, if I'm not mistaken, or Attorney Fallon had indicated within his remarks making reference to you, that we probably will not hear from District 2 until sometime late winter or spring. Is that correct?
That's correct if they follow the typical timeline that we've been seeing out of the Court of Appeals as of late.
Does anyone see a need to schedule anything further currently as it relates to what is happening here at the trial court level?
On behalf of Mr. Avery, we do not see any need to schedule anything at this point.
The state agrees with that assessment.
Okay, I appreciate everyone's time and making yourselves available, and we will await further submissions in the event that they are made, and I would understand that nothing really is going to be happening in that regard until the appeal from District 2 is addressed. I think that is all for today. Thank you all for your time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Bye now.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody.